The journey of train. I am the train. I begin my tale, my wheels humming rhythmically against the iron tracks. The living iron spirit that snakes across the land, connecting towns, cities, and hearts. You may see me as a mechanical marvel, but I am so much more. A witness to countless stories, a companion to many lives, and a traveler who has experienced the kaleidoscope of climates, cultures, and challenges. Come closer, and let me tell you my story. I was born decades ago in a bustling factory, a marvel of engineering designed to conquer distances. When I first rolled out onto the tracks, I was brimming with curiosity, my steam whistle announcing my arrival to the world. My shiny metal body gleamed under the sun, and my carriages stood proud, waiting to carry passengers to their destinations. I was no ordinary train. I tell you with a hint of pride. I was built for long journeys, traversing plains, hills, deserts, and snowy peaks. My life was destined to be one of movement, of exploration. I have traveled through the lush green valleys of rolling hills, where the air is sweet with the scent of wildflowers. On these routes, I feel as though I am gliding through a dream, with passengers peering out of my windows, captivated by the breathtaking vistas. Children press their noses against the glass, pointing at grazing cattle and winding rivers. I have also braved the harsh, arid deserts, I recount, where the sun beats down mercilessly, and the sands stretch endlessly. My engine huffs and puffs in the heat, but I never stop, for I know that someone is waiting for me at the next station. In the desert, I am a lifeline, bringing water, supplies, and people together. Then there are the mountains. Ah, the mountains. They challenge me with steep gradients and winding paths. Climbing those slopes is no easy feat. I chuckle. There were times when I thought my wheels would give up, slipping against the track slick with mist or snow. But I always made it to the top, rewarded with the most magnificent views, snow-capped peaks and valleys blanketed in a veil of clouds. Ah, the passengers. I sigh nostalgically. They are the reason I exist, the ones who make my journey worthwhile. I have carried everyone, from weary workers returning home to exuberant tourists embarking on new adventures. Each passenger leaves behind a memory, a fragment of their life that becomes a part of mine. Once, I carried a young couple embarking on their honeymoon. Their laughter and joy filled my carriages, and I felt like the bringer of their happiness. Another time, I transported a family fleeing from a flood-ravaged village, their faces etched with worry and hope. I have heard laughter, tears, arguments, and songs, I say. Through it all, I remain a silent observer, offering my space to their stories. Some passengers have a profound impact on me, like the old man who boarded one winter evening, carrying nothing but a small suitcase and a bundle of letters. He spent the entire journey reading those letters, tears glistening in his eyes. I often wonder about his story. Was he reminiscing about a lost love or cherishing memories of a distant family? As I traverse the land, I face the wrath and beauty of nature. Spring, I begin, is a season of renewal. The tracks are surrounded by blossoms, and the air carries the scent of fresh earth. I feel lighter during spring, as if the world is smiling at me. But summer tests my mettle. The heat can be relentless, I admit. My metal body becomes an oven, and I can feel the passengers sweating within. I do my best to cool them down, offering the breeze through open windows. Monsoons are perhaps the most challenging. The rain, I continue, comes down in torrents, soaking the tracks and sometimes flooding the stations. I have to be cautious, for a single misstep could derail my journey. But there is something magical about the rain, too. The rhythmic drumming on my roof, the smell of wet earth, and the sight of children splashing in puddles as I pass by. Winter brings its own set of challenges. Snow covers the tracks, making them slippery and treacherous. I shiver under my layers of frost, but I press on. I know that my passengers rely on me to reach their destinations, to reunite with loved ones for the holidays. My life has not been without hurdles, I confess. There have been derailments, breakdowns, and blockages. I remember one time when a rockslide blocked my path through the mountains. Passengers were stranded, and the cold night was closing in. I stood there helpless, my wheels unable to move. But the villagers nearby came to our rescue, offering food, warmth, and encouragement. It was a reminder of the resilience and kindness of humanity. Another time, during a summer heat wave, my engine overheated, and I had to stop in the middle of a desert. Passengers fanned themselves with newspapers, and the air was heavy with frustration. But then, a group of musicians began playing their instruments, turning the ordeal into an impromptu concert. That day, I chuckle. I learned that even in adversity, people can find joy. Through all my journeys, I have learned one thing. Life is a journey, not a destination. I have seen people boarding me with dreams and aspirations, and I have seen them disembarking with newfound wisdom and memories. Just like my tracks, life is full of twists, turns, and unexpected stops. But every stop, every hurdle, is an opportunity to grow and connect. I pause, my voice softening. I'm not just a train. I am a storyteller, a carrier of hopes and dreams, a bridge between places and people. My wheels may never stop turning, but my heart, the stories I carry, keeps me alive. As I finish my tale, I let out a low whistle, my way of saying goodbye. And so, my journey continues, over mountains, through valleys, across deserts, and into the hearts of those who ride with me. Perhaps one day, you will be one of them, and I will carry your story, too. With a final hum of my engine, I fade into the distance, leaving behind the echoes of my journey and the promise of new adventures.